Policing, recreation, parks and culture, and transit were some of the topics of discussion in Friday's debate. Council was divided when it came to passing a $300,000 budget for the safety charter, a work plan that would implement recommendations from last year's policing study. This charter could see funds being given to crime prevention programs as well as possible RCMP positions. In the end, Council voted to bring the budget down to $200,000, which would result in some taxpayer savings.
Today we did quite well. We didn't reduce much. However, we did try to save on this year's rates by deferring some of it for next year. But the bad thing is next year we're going to start with a really high number, so we'll have to work extra hard next year.
Councillor Cindy Jefferies voted against the reduction, feeling that it just won't be enough in the long run.
I think getting the charter in place is important work. Then we'll know what we need to go forward with. I just know that Council's going to be anxious to implement some of those actions that come out of that charter, and it's going to take a bit of money in order to do that. Whether we decide that we need a few more constables on the street or whether we need a crime prevention coordinator of some sort in the future, we're going to need some money to actually take action on the things that we come up with in the plan. And so cutting it, while I understand the intent, I think will cause us some difficulty, and we're going to have to be patient.
Always outspoken on the issue of crime and safety, Councillor STEPHAN voted against the safety charter, believing that this will not solve the problems that are happening out on the street.
To me, it's arbitrary dollars that we've allocated to crime and policing. And as a council, if you've seen our debates here, we're very, there's so many different opinions on policing, and you know, people think some people think very different things. And anyways, I don't have a whole lot of confidence in this charter. I think it's going to get gobbled up in administration. At the end of the day, we need boots on the streets. We need people going after the criminals, and I don't think we're going to get the same kind of value out of the charter as we would do if we had police officers.
On the other side of things, Recreation, Parks and Culture saw some approvals on funding, with the Waskesiu Environmental Educational Society receiving some dollars.
I think it shows our commitment to what they do. They do a marvelous job for our community, and so I'm glad that we were able to increase it by $10,000.
Transit users can also expect to see increased spending on the Action Bus. $40,000 was approved to increase service that could deliver 200 to 300 additional trips per month.
I like where we arrived today, where we're going to get within 200, and I'm hoping we're going to break even by the end of the year when City Manager Curtis says we're going to look at eligibility, and that might be the key. And so if not everybody has to take the Action Bus and we can get them on the regular transit with some assistance, that might be the key that we need to bring this up to the level that we want it to be.
Overall, councillors felt it was a good day that got the dialogue moving on some of the biggest issues. Budget debates continue this Monday and Tuesday. For Shaw TV, I'm Tasha Chiu.